All right, good morning. It is Thursday, Cinco de Mayo, 3 minutes and 30 seconds before the open. And I'm going to be wrapping it up quite early today. I'll be done right around 9, as indicated up here, right? So I'll be done by 9-ish Central Time. I got to run after that. So we'll see if the market gives us anything prior to that time. I'm going to be watching the 42, 43 area. I might go ahead and note that. I've got my overnight lows up here, but so technically we're still in overnight hours because the market hasn't opened yet, and it's just recently probed a little bit lower than what I had set here. So looks like it's going to be closer to have to move this down like a point or two. So let me adjust that. And it could change as well. Like if we open right on the lows, if we come down lower and open there, then this red line would get moved as well. So, but that's where we're at on both NASDAQ and the S&P. NASDAQ's a little bit lower here, 13,338, and looks like it's probing a bit lower as well. So it's probably going to open pretty close to that overnight low where it's at now. So that'll be a little tricky to get a read on. So once we open, I'll see where the actual number is and then adjust it accordingly. We've got about a minute and a half until the open. Yeah, so I'm going to watch, like I mentioned, I'll watch 43 here and see what the market does. Might put a little line right there. I'll do that. Edit. I'll make this just a light gray. There we go. Let's see where we're trading. Oh, man, I woke up this morning and my neck was stiff. Oh, man. Whew. All right, half minute before the open. NASDAQ getting closer to what I feel could be some support. I've got this gray line here as kind of a support area. I think it'd be between these two. Let me edit that one. So I think we could find support in here. All right, let's watch the S&P. See what she does. We'll see how low it wants to probe before coming back up, if it does come up. We'll set our opening range here. Let's see. I haven't bought any just yet. Close. I haven't stuck my neck out yet. I'm going to buy a little bit right here. And I'll have a tight stop on this one. Much below 37. I don't think I want it. So S&P's coming quite a bit. Let's look at this. NASDAQ, it's coming quite a bit as well. I mean, we're in the mid part of that big range. So ideally on a long like this, I'd like to get long and have the price be a little bit higher up here. So I'll keep a close eye on this. This is one I said much below 37. I don't think I want it. I'm going to add just a little bit here. That'd be nice to start the day off with a good trade and just wrap it up 15 minutes after starting. That's always nice when you can do that. Well, let's watch it here. It came down and got to 39. Let's see if we can push it back up and get through here. Next level is going to be like 55 level of contention. So I'll make a little deal right there. There we go. I'm going to sell out a little bit right here. Okay. So I'm still in 2/3. Not looking for a huge play on this one. So what I say, 43. Kind of leaning on NASDAQ, seeing if it firms up and if we can find some support. Oh yes, okay, there's my 43 area. Let's see if we can pop up and get up to 55 and leave on a tiny runner if it gets up there. Still hoping, still looking for NASDAQ to pop a little bit. I don't like that wick right there. Don't like it. Let's see. Got another minute and a half till our 5-minute bar is done. Kind of need to see it pop up above here pretty soon. Want to see it clear this level. There we go. So we'll see how this bar ends. I don't like that wick either. Still coming up and slamming them down. See if we can push above, get above this, and get up to 55. Got another half minute till our 5-minute bar, our second 5-minute bar completes. This is the spot it's got to do it at. Come on, getting closer. Thought a few times about getting out of this one. Let's see. Or at least scaling out a little bit more. Want to see it hold this level right here. Hope we can pop up and get a bit higher here. There we go. All right, I'm going to sell out a little bit more here. So I'm still in half my position. It's not moving as quick as I would have liked. There we go. Let's sell a bit more right here. Alrighty. So now I'm going to have just a hard stop right at, I think right at this level. If it comes down and takes me out, I'll consider re-entering again around 37. So I'm still in 1/3 of that original position. want to see it get up to 55, really. See how the 15-minute is looking here. So this is what I was leaning against. This and kind of some confluence from the NASDAQ as well. Now I'm going to put my stops just a little bit higher. They're almost to break even here. Okay, so one of them got stopped out. Let's see if the other one holds. So there's that 43 level, right? Let's see if that holds here. I've got to stop really close on that. Okay, so I'm stopped out of that final little bit, that little piece, just barely below break even. So it came up, couldn't take that out. We'll watch for the probe lower now. So let's see if 37 holds, if we get any kind of reaction there. If not, I would think, I'm not totally for certain yet. There was another number that I had. NASDAQ's really come in. Let me pull up NASDAQ. Okay, so that one worked out well. I was leaning against 37. This is one where I just had a resting order right around 43. Thought if it plunges below 37, I'd be wrong. The scale outs worked out well, especially that last one right there. Was holding that one thinking I'd like to try to hold on to one more third to see if we could get up to 55, and would have taken off half of that there and then see if we could have had any room to run up there. But I don't know what's next. I did have 29 as a level earlier. Let's see here. Let me see. But just looking for levels right now. The market, she's a fickle mistress. I don't know what came out in the news yesterday, but all I know is that in the afternoon, after that FOMC announcement, the market just took off, didn't it? Just skyrocketed. 150 point range in the S&P. That's a big range. And you got a lot of guys who got long in the overnight session just stuck. Like they're hurting. So here's that 29 level I mentioned. It could be something, it could be absolutely nothing. I'm not especially being that I got to wrap up here another like 12, 13 minutes. I'm not going to stick my neck out and try to make something happen here. Thought we'd have a little bit more strength on the open, being that the run up was so high tomorrow. But this was a good tell right here. Came up to here, and even here, I mean, it could have held this level and then pushed up. But then once we took this out, that's why I had my stop right here on that last little trailing piece, just below my entry. I thought if we take that out, then I don't want to be involved right there. So let's see if the 29 level firms it up. Let's see. $24 is the half back, so right here around 24, that's halfway between the pop from yesterday. I mean, I guess let's say we could go low of the day yesterday. 23, right around 23, 24. So we are just about at half back, which that's significant. Could be, right? Everything could be significant. Let me look at the NASDAQ again. So I thought this level here would be our first line of defense for NASDAQ. I just put these in. Came under, tried to push up, couldn't. I thought this would be the second line of defense. So that's interesting. Just gonna get rid of those now. All right, let's look at the 15-minute and see how things are looking. Okay. So do we catch the knife? Is it a falling knife? Or do we go with the developing trend? That's the question. You would think, I mean, looking at the 15-minute chart, you would think with all this action that you'd get some kind of a slowing down of that pull downward, that you'd have some buying come in. But it's not guaranteed. I will be ending early today. I mentioned that earlier in the day. So around 9-ish. All right, here's 29 and 30. So let's see. Oh, it got down to that halfback area, 23. So let's watch the 1 minute and see if we can get any clues from it. Let's see where we'd be wrong. 18. Yeah, I feel like you'd be wrong below 18. I might take a stab at this here in a minute. It's a good level. 5 minutes still young yet. It still hasn't done much. See if we pull in a little bit. I'm going to try buying a little piece right here. A little bit more. So I'm in half the original position that I had going on up here. I might add a little bit. On this one, I feel I'll be wrong if we get much below this 18 level, 18 or 19. I'm bucking the trend at this point. We're pretty bearish so far for the day. I mentioned 29 earlier. Looks like 30 might be a level of more importance. So all right, we've got 2 minutes left on the 5 minute. I'm leaning against NASDAQ a little bit, looking for some kind of confluence. And 23 is our halfback area. I don't have a hard stop in here at 19, but I will be watching that. I don't want to see it get too much below that. Just bought a little bit down here to add to that I already had going on. So now I'm in 2/3 of what I was up here originally. Got a half minute to go on the 5 minute bar. Ideally we see that bar hold and not end too red, or even red end green. That would be nice. Then after this trade, hopefully we get a little pop here soon, and I'll wrap it up for the day. Got to get above that 30 level. We're in a downtrend. I mean, well, at least the first, we're still early in the day. We're only 25 minutes into trading, so it's not like we're super, trending any specific way, but I am going against the way that it's moving. Okay, I just want to see this level hold. See if it does. Still got another 3 minutes till our 5 minute bar ends, so I don't want it to hang out below this 20 for too long. My little line right here. Make this a yellow line. Another minute and a half until our 5-minute bar is done. I'm going to add a little bit more right here. Okay, I want to see it stay above this area. Got one more minute on the 5-minute bar. It would be nice if we could firm that thing up. Boy, I'm looking at levels here, and the levels are so wide from all that big movement the other day. I found one here, like, oh, that looks like a good level to hold it against, but it's 20 points lower way down here, so could get a little sus, as my son would say. Dad, that's sus. That's sus, man. You're really sus. All right, there we go. Next hurdle is definitely going to be 30. Definitely going to be this area. So a bunch of selling on the NASDAQ and S&P. Let's see if the bears take a little bit of a break right here and then try to push it up. Want to see it above this? I've got my stop a little bit below here. There we go. Still looking weak. Still looking weak, boys and girls. I don't think there's much here to lean against. I'm almost stopped out on this one. Okay. I'm out of half of it. I've got one that the stop was just like a tick below, a tick lower. Okay, I'm out of the whole thing now, so I'm stopped out on this. This did not act as the support that I was looking for it to add as, or to hold as. Thought on this one we'd get a little bit of a bounce, maybe try to come up, and then they'd sell it off again, but no such thing. Well, it's 9:04. I gotta wrap it up. I gotta go. All right, that's gonna be it for me.